like this one a lot. How far this mug come out? Okay, that's as far as it come out. Don't like this one. You see? Yeah, I'm liking this one much. Perfect. Yeah, I like this one. This one crispy. This one crispy. Turn that mug adjusted how I want. Everything too. I like this mug. So clear. Let's see. We're gonna get back on DoorDash because the lift ain't lifting no more. And DoorDash is very busy. They even got a $1 peak pay on this. Oh yeah, hit DoorDash. It ain't raining no more or nothing, but DoorDash still going crazy. I done made such good money, I don't need this no more, but I ain't even. If I don't make another $1 today, which I know I am, I wouldn't be complaining. Like the way I've been earning today, I wouldn't even care if I was to take every order. I'm not even lying.
You've got mail.
Ooh, out the gump, out the dump. First order, just turned the app on. Woo! Dish Society.
Drive southwest.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Banger. That's up the street. I know where we going. At first I was lost, like, where am I? Where is this? I don't know what this. And then I had to think about it. I know exactly where I'm going. The only thing I don't like about where I'm going, they don't be ready. Oh, she looks so good. Look at her. Sexy. Can I please part my manners? Damn. Look at that girl, them Day to Do song. That show she had on. It's respectable too. All her ass and nothing wasn't that. It's Days to Do, but her ass wasn't. I'll let my girl walk out in there. As long as I don't see no cheeks. I'll be walking outside disrespecting me like that. Motherfucker. Women don't understand it. Keep this mount right here. It's more A1. That's the ones I'm gonna start getting from now on. Real talk, I ain't moving this one. perfect. This one perfect. Perfect setup all the way around. Everything. I'm gonna ask Dash and Trader how to do the horizontal.
Hey, what it do, man? It's your boy Agent Ratliff with Occupational Care. Diversity Care, ID number 33712. And we out here at McDonald's, man. We finna get in here, rectify, and recommend the shift leader, man. Let's get in here. These old Ponzi scheme. Everything for the kiosk. Everything for the kiosk, man. How you doing? Everything for the kiosk today. Nah, my name is Agent Ratliff with Occupational Care, Diversity Care, ID number 33712. Okay, you were at the kiosk. I was coming out here to go over some complaints with you. It say you the shift leader, so you the person I'm looking for. Everything you got an office, we can step in and go over these complaints. That's my office. What's up? That's my shift, bro. I ain't got time for the game. What we like to do, we like to remain our body. Who is we? Occupational Care, Diversity Care, just calm down. I just want to go over these complaints and get your side of the story, see what's going on. Ain't no side of the story. Whatever I said. Okay, right here. Okay, right here it say he always cussing at us. He always cussing at us. Being in the same position for years, only make $1 more than us. Always making videos trying to, man, get your motherfucking ass back before I get motherfucking rowdy in this motherfucker. Nigga, OCBA, Occupational Care, Diversity Care. This is a real company. These are real complaints. Yeah, motherfucker. What's wrong with you? Now he say his daddy put it say right here, always making videos trying to go viral. His daddy put in the application, but he's scared his daddy gonna take his spot. You find out he only make $1 more than the motherfucking employee. Now you wanna walk out. Now what you gotta say about these complaints? What you gotta say about this? Let me tell you what's gonna happen to you. Why ain't no smoking in here, man? I'm smoking in the damn McDonald's. You can throw the pack, but I still got one in my hand. Like that motherfucker like that. My motherfucker like that. Everybody keep working, I got it under control. Ain't nobody gonna try this McDonald's. Now let me tell you what's gonna happen to you. You gonna bathe, you gonna treat people with respect. You gonna put this one.
I remember when text messages weren't unlimited.
You know, Megan Fox or nothing like that, but I think she's pretty decent. If you live anywhere in the state of New York, Buffalo, Manhattan, Brooklyn, anywhere in the state of New York, man, Long Island, put NY in the chat. Shout out to Perfect Storm. Always good to see you, dear brother. Red Star in the building. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this.
50-50 on that.
8 weeks with champions.
I done seen.
Sean Porter.
I done seen
Let's
world
go down the
champions.
list. They all better than you. And we got them all in the champions.
Who better than me? Who better
all
than
of
me?
them, the Shakur, the Devin, everyone he get ready for their championship fights are better than you.
On Saturday, June 28th.
Diversity kills, diversity favors.
I have a DAZN pay-per-view. El Gallo Jake Paul takes on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., an event presented by Celsius Live Fit Essential Energy. It will be the highest grossing boxing event to ever take place at the Honda Center. Loaded from top to bottom, FanDuel is the official sportsbook partner of this event, and they are offering a 50% profit boost on any of the fights on it. That means Paul against Chavez, Zurdo against Dorticos, and the co-main event featuring a former champion and a young fighter hungry to get. Now we welcome in those two fighters who open up the pay-per-view card, the former world champion Tevin Farmer and the young, undefeated Floyd Stewart.
The young ducking ass.
Well, it's good to see you. Welcome back. Tevin, you're back pretty quick. It's been
Ducking his
an
ass.
interesting run that you've been on over the last year. Haven't been able to get decisions in these fights, but fought some pretty tough fights against some pretty tough opponents. How are you feeling about this one?
The way I look at it now, for me, I've been doing it for so long. I've been here for a long time. It just never did in the office for me. Just another opponent. That's it. That's basically, in a nutshell, how I feel.
Floyd, been an interesting few months, at least for you. You're over in Saudi Arabia, expecting to fight Shakur Stevenson, had a medical issue over there, had to withdraw, and now you're back. I guess the first question is, how are you feeling right now going into this fight?
I feel good, healthy, ready to go.
You heard Tevin describe you as another day at the office, just another opponent. How do you feel about that?
If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. He's a veteran. He's been doing it for a long time, so Saturday night is going to be a good fight.
Not the first time, Tevin, that Golden Boy has matched you up with one of its young prize prospects. You gave William Zepeda hell for 2 consecutive fights. What are you expecting from this man on Saturday?
He young, up and coming, so I expect him to come out there and try to hurt me and do what Pt.3 couldn't do. That's what I expect from any young guy that's facing somebody like me. And on top of that, I'm still in my prime. I'm going out there competing at a high level at my age, doing everything the young guy's doing. So I expect him to come out there and try to do what Pt.3 couldn't do. And I won't expect anything other than that.
Do you think you ever fought someone on his level?
It's the first time.
What do you think he's in for, Tevin, fighting someone with your experience?
It can go both 2 ways, right? So he can either fight a guy like me, he's gonna lose, right? Most guys at this level, right? When the young guy's coming up, 2 things happen. You face a guy, you get better from it. You face a guy, and you just lose your confidence. So either one of them, that's what's gonna happen. But he's definitely gonna lose, definitely gonna be outclassed. I think a lot of people underestimate my strength. Everybody know I got speed, I'm still slick. A lot of people see that I'm still slick. It's a little hard to show it in a Pt.3 fight because of the output. But I wouldn't even say he in for a rude awakening because I know that they know what they're up against. But I just tell him he bring his A game, come in the best shape, because I just fought 22 rounds with somebody that threw over 100 punches. And in the later rounds, I was the dominant one. So I'm going to be in tip top.
Definitely going to lose, definitely outclassed. A lot to unpack in there. What do you think?
That's what he's supposed to say. I'm coming in this fight. I got a lot to prove. I got my baby boy at home. That's going to be the first time watching my fight. So, I got a lot at stake for him.
What makes you laugh?
No, he said his baby boy was watching him. I'm just happy the child, I love kids, but I'm just happy the child young enough not to be able to understand what's going to happen. That's it, I'm a big fan of fatherhood, I'm not a father myself, but I'm a fan of it, I appreciate the fathers out there, but like I said, the son not going to be old enough to remember this, because I don't want his son to be mad at me, you know what I'm saying? I want to be one of his son's favorite fighters, you know what I'm saying? So.
You certainly probably had options coming back to see who you were going to fight next. When Tevin was presented to you, what was your response?
Take the fight. I feel like it's a good fight. I ain't fought since November, so I feel like people would be like, he was active, former champion, so just like take the fight. I mean, we had I think Lucas' body on the table. You know, things didn't go where he didn't want to accept the fight, so we're here now.
What do you believe you're on a different level than him?
We'll see Saturday.
But do you believe it?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, and I feel like any fighter should have that type of confidence. You know, if you don't got that type of confidence, you're in the wrong sport. It's one thing in having confidence, and I agree. I think fighters should believe in themselves. But it's one thing in believing in yourself, and it's one thing in knowing. Like, it's like, for me, this is what I bring to the table. My IQ is at the highest level, right? We know that. Strength, I'm strong, right? We see that I was able to push the Pt.3 back, drop him. Same with all the other fighters. My last, 7 opponents, 5 of them touched the canvas. 3 of them knocked out cold. My speed, you know? So the only thing that people could try to say is he's older, but I'm still displaying young guy movement, young guy talent, young guy young guy willpower, young guy conditioning. I'm still like, I just don't, and I respect them for taking the fight, him and his father. I respect them for taking the fight because this is a fight that me personally, I wouldn't have took. If I had a son, or, of course as a fighter, I would say yes. But as a father, I would tell my son, not yet. Because I understand boxing, and I understand that there's this level, and then there's this level, right? And you can't go from this level to fight somebody at this level instantly. Like, there's fights in between that you should take to get to this level. And I feel like from a Renee to a Tevin Farmer, it just totally, I'm way bigger. I know you probably see me like, oh, because I don't look that big, right? But in person, I'm bigger. You probably see I'm way bigger than Renee. I'm stronger than Renee. I'm faster, IQ, everything. I'm just way different. So I just step, but kudos to them because I wouldn't have did it. They did something. They dared to be great. And this is something that a lot of fighters not doing. They're not daring to be great. Everybody pick and choose. Everybody want to keep their O. And I'm glad Turkey Ali-Sheik came into the picture with this boxing thing because he let people know, I want people to get O's to make it for boxing to go back to where boxing used to be. Because everybody protecting their O and they running with this narrative, I'm not gonna say my name, but they running with a narrative that you gotta be undefeated. But the great fighters in the world, in history, lost. I got 8 losses, but I'm still one of the best out here. Maybe not on the pound for pound list because of my record or whatever it may be, but skill for skill, I am one of the best in the world. Hands down, and nobody can take that from me. I know that for a fact.
So when he beat you, they gonna say he the best?
I don't see that happening.
But when he beat you,
no.
if he beat you,
do
that mean he the best?
I don't go off if. Now what I could say,
if he beat you,
if he put up a good fight, then if he put up a good fight, he's gonna lose. But if he put up a good fight, we can say that kid got something. You know why? Because you just can't put up a good fight with somebody or beat somebody one time and consider the best. You got to do it over and over and over. Like, it's easy to become world champion, but it's not easy to stay world champion. You got to do it. You got to do this over and over and over. So, for example, you got the young guys that beat you got certain guys that beat bigger fighters than they were supposed to be, right? But do that make them the top? No, because you got to do it again. You got to do it again. You got to do it again. I've been doing this shit for so long, and I came in as the underdog, 16 amateur fights. I started at 19. He probably started, how old you started boxing? 2. I started at 19. 16 amateur fights, right? 16 was put on the back burner. I lost 4 of my first, whatever. I was 12-4. I lost early in my career and then turned that shit around and started whooping the ass. And then became the most active, I would say world champion, but the most active fighter in the world. Then Tara Bashep gets shot in my hand the same year and then won the championship that same year in December against Kenichi Ogawa. They robbed me. I get robbed. He got popped for steroids. I gotta go to Australia. I already beat this high dude. Then I gotta go to Australia, go in his backyard, beat him, then fight 5 times in 1 year. Then I took a long hit with a layoff when I lost to JoJo, and then come back and become the most active fighter in the world again. This shit is history, man. I'm a legend. I'm a legend.
Favorite fighters. But there's a piece you're missing.
Hey, look. My story alone make me a legend. My story alone. Even if I never become world champion again, which I will become a 2-time champion, My story alone make Tevin Foreman a legend because these dudes not doing what I'm doing, and these people is not the fans and the world is not motivated like they are by me. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
One piece should miss it though. Since he was 17,
Let's let Floyd weigh in. What did you think of what you just
I was
heard?
world champion when he was like 13.
Hold on, Tevin, keep it here. What did you think of what you just heard?
I mean, I like his story. I like, his grind, his work ethic, but Saturday, that has nothing to do with Saturday. So, like I said, it's gonna be a good fight. I'm coming to win. Do my thing.
Saturday, it's gonna be crazy Saturday. I just know. 3 fights back to back. Arguably, I was supposed to get the decision, and I didn't. And I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with that, and I take it like it's boxing. I have it come. It is what it is. I don't cry and complain.
This ain't going to decision.
I'm supposed to pay the 22 round. You think this kid?
Zepeda ain't kid off.
You think this
Zepeda
kid?
ain't even on that level.
You think
Zepeda haven't got Devin ready. JoJo, all these champions,
Hey, listen. Sparring is sparring.
Sparring ain't sparring.
We don't rate sparring.
Cut that out.
We don't rate sparring.
This is 39 minutes.
Listen,
That's 8 weeks for
listen,
champions.
I done seen
Sean Porter.
world
Let's go down the
champions.
list. They all better than you. And we're gonna
Who better
all
than
of the champions
who better than
name
me?
the better.
Who better
All
than
of them, the Shakur, the Devin, everyone he get ready for their championship fights are better than you. So I'm telling you,
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
easy.
I'm gonna tell you something. I done seen
It don't matter what
elite
you
guys
see. You never
in
seen this.
sparring get their ass kicked, but when it's fight time, them boys perform.
Brother.
Sparring don't mean nothing.
Let me ask you this. One thing Tevin said a few moments ago is that there are levels between where he is and some of the guys that you fought, and that you need to go to those levels before you fight someone like Tevin. You weren't willing to get in with Shakur. That was planned and ready. Do you think that Tevin is too big a jump for you?
Hell no. I mean, at the end of the day, boxing is, which we don't talk about. Hell no. Boxing is boxing. I mean,
No, boxing, not boxing.